Today I'm going to share with you a real case study from one of my clients, a family-run carpentry business that specializes in premium wooden stairs and doors. They already deliver amazing craftsmanship, but like many businesses, they need a stronger marketing engine to secure more long-term projects. In this video, I will walk you through the strategy I've created for them. You will see an entire step-by-step process on how I'm planning to help them go from basically no online exposure to 6 to 7 months of deals signed ahead. Well, so let's open up my doc. So first thing, I acknowledge that they came from the ad, a little bonus point from me because we were running campaigns and they happen to come from them. And then, I usually do a full audit of their accounts, but because they didn't have much on them, I've just put it, quick description of their case. And in the first paragraph, I went through the analysis of past campaigns, and they were also only running reach or traffic campaigns with very small budget. Kudos for them for using lookalikes. However, there is a lack of testing of different creations. In a large number of cases, campaigns were not even able to optimize because budget did not allow for a sufficient number of conversions. The second thing that they were missing was their pixel was actually correctly implemented, but it lacked conversion API, which helps track data more accurately, and it lacks tracking of individual events such as, filling out contact forms, downloading a PDF, copying a phone number, or even time on a site. This definitely had to be implemented. Then I was talking about implementing and testing various new audiences groups based on the data collection period. For example, people visiting the site in the last 30 days and people entering in the last 30 to 60 days will be, different groups. And as a result, conversion may turn out to be much more favorable in one of them. It's worth testing such groups and many others based, for example, on different percentages of lookalikes or on people who have spent a certain amount of time on their site. The main area to fix was the lack of structure in their account and, above all, the lack of campaigns to optimize specifically for leads. So I suggested a little, funnel that we usually do in here on this channel. So we've started with reach campaigns where we basically trying to get noticed. I proposed the reach video, video presenting the brand. Here I recommended 3 to 4 reels that arouse interest in potential customers. We do not sell here. As I always say, we do not sell here. So I acknowledge it in these recommendations. Then I've came up with examples of reels they could use. So the first one was in wood since 50s, short shots of historical carpentry tools, archival photos if available, and then a modern workshop narration. Since 1954, we have been creating with passion, discover our stairs and doors. Then another idea was morning ads, and here is my company that I was, doing this audit for. Dynamic natural shots, sunrise, opening doors, starting the workday, background, calm music, and the slogan, every day starts with wood, passion, and perfection. So that was 2 ideas for the top of the funnel. Then let's move to some more ideas that I prepare for them. So we've came up with realization teaser. Then we've came up with the value slogan, aesthetics, durability, innovation, all of those things that we are focusing about when it comes to, differentiating this client. Then why wooden stairs cannot cost X amount of money. We've came up with this idea to basically broaden the top of the funnel. Additionally, I recommended post-promotion campaigns, promoting polls, building audience and brand. Location, it was supposed to be run 100 kilometers from the company. It's a European client, so we went for kilometers. Then when it comes to audience groups, we were targeting people from 25 to 55, approximately 1 million people to reach as a signal for Meta, and it should start by reaching people interested in home construction, architecture, and home renovations. Then we were proposing to use another group, which is lookalike 5% audience group from people visiting the website. Approximately 250,000 people to reach in my client's area, but we weren't sure if we could create that because we needed some more confirmation from our clients if they have the assets to create that group, but that's a talk for another story. Then when it comes to middle of the funnel, clicks, get to know us better. I proposed a campaign promoting realizations, directing people to individual sub-pages. Location, the same, 100 kilometers from my client's company. Then audience group, remarketing people who have seen at least 50% of reach videos. Then I've came up with a campaign for educational reels, and I came up with some examples to use. So the first one was the process of creating stairs, and the second one was durability that makes difference. Basically, all these kinds of educational reels that will be just building trust and showing that that this company is worth clients' attention. Then when it comes to location, the same as the previous ones. When it comes to audience group, the same as the previous one. So retargeting the people who have seen at least 50% of the reach videos. Then I've came up with an idea that will create a lead magnet campaign supported by email lead nurturing campaign. My proposal was to create a PDF checklist, but I wasn't sure if that is what's basically will drive attention to their potential customers because I didn't really know that niche that well. But we were to speak about it with my client on the next meeting. So I basically came up with a PDF checklist about what to pay attention to when choosing stairs and doors for your home. An easy checklist to print. So you can also go for a more advanced thing and create a cost calculator. But I proposed it for my client, but I wasn't sure if he even has assets for that or time for that. Then the same story. Location was up to 100 kilometers from his company. And then when it comes to audience group, remarketing to people who have seen at least 50% of reach videos, the same story in here. In the lead magnet downloads campaign, we would use 2 graphics, 1 video and 1 animation, and that would be pretty much it for the things related to middle of the funnel. Then we went for bottom of the funnel activities. And it's the stage where you basically let yourself get paid. Bottom of the funnel where we promote a free non-binding quote. So a campaign to fill out a lead form was perfectly done for that. So we created a customized page to run a campaign on the form. And then when it comes to location, the same, up to 100 kilometers from his company. When it comes to audience group, it was a little bit more advanced. We went for remarketing to people who have seen at least 50% of his videos from middle of the funnel, but we also have been remarketing people who went to his website or even downloaded the lead magnet. When it comes to actual ads in the campaign to fill out, contact form, we propose to use 2 graphics, 2 videos and 1 animation, possibly even a slideshow type, and 1 carousel with stairs. Then I've put through a budget distribution table for my clients, to clearly know where we'll be putting his money to. And the first one was about the reach campaign. We'll be creating recognition plus social media activity, and we are planning to spend $20 to $30 for this client. That's Polish zloty, so it was in his national currency. Then we went for the clicks campaign, basically middle of the funnel, where we'll be focusing on website traffic, showing expertise, building trust, building remarketing groups, etc., etc. So we basically, for all of those campaigns, we went for around $10 for the lead magnet campaign and $5 for the educational video campaign. And then when it comes to actually getting leads, acquiring contacts, arranging a consultation, stuff like that, we went for a campaign with a $20 to $30 budget. Then the budget breakdown when it comes to the daily spend, the budget breakdown when it comes to the monthly spend. And then I've come up with some conclusions that such a structure should be able to deliver 30 to 50 warm-up leads per month, but I will be able to give a further estimation when I see the first data, of course. Then I basically went through to do a little bit of competitors analysis, and I've searched through the examples from the industry, and I've put in some photos of ads that competitors of my clients are doing. We've came up to the conclusion that they are not really that's great. I mean, they are poor quality ads with no structure. So I even said that there were those ads and many of other ones on top of that. Then I basically sum it all up to came up with some key conclusions. So no one is trying to build a funnel structure, which we were seeing through looking at those ads basically. Then creations are basically poor quality. I mean, creations, ads. And at the end, I sum it all up for my client to see the key conclusions from competitors analysis. So basically what we've came up with was no one is trying to build a funnel structure, which is a huge area for differentiation. Then we went with the fact that ads are poor quality, as we've seen already. And then we end up with the conclusion that everyone is focusing basically on sales campaigns, which is usually not enough for expensive products, especially for this kind of client, which is slightly more expensive brand. So we aim to build a premium brand position and show value. So that's the strategy, a mix of targeted ads, stronger positioning, and smart automation to not just fill their pipeline, but to build security for the future. If you are running similar craft or construction business and want to see how a structured approach could help you, make sure to subscribe, drop a comment with your biggest challenge, and I will consider breaking it down for you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.